in the 2020. Got a special guest on the show tonight. Some of y'all may know him, some of y'all may not. Introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know who you are, where you're coming from, brother.
Yeah, man, this is Czech, aka Czech in Effect, from Miami. You know what I'm saying? Just got my YouTube channel popping off. So me and Rich linked up on the YouTube. He actually sent a lot of people to my channel, man, and was a lot of people that had hit me up. Was like, "Yo, Rich sent me. I like your content." So I was like, "Man, I got to get to know this brother." So I think I hit you up probably like I don't know if it was under a month or maybe a month ago, and we've been trying to catch up since then. But it's like when I'm ready, you ain't ready. When you ready, I'm not ready. So we finally got it going, man.
That's right. You know, most of my shows, a lot of times it be spontaneously, man, because it be hard. It's hard to schedule things, man. You know, especially when people living abroad, and I know y'all be, it's always busy and stuff.
Not just that, but the time zone difference. Like just now, you thought we had the same time, and I was like, because I'm telling you 5 o'clock, and in your mind you thinking 5 o'clock Atlanta, and really, you know what I'm saying? It's an hour difference. So
right.
Now think about people from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? LA.
Oh yeah.
That's
Most
4 hour difference. 4 hour difference.
Most time I do a show with like Big Boss on the West Coast and stuff. I do it at 9 or 10, and it be 6 o'clock. He be just getting out work. But the time zone thing. So tell the people where you at, man. They don't know where you at, man.
Well, I'm originally from MIA, but right now I'm in Santo Domingo, man. I'm in the capital. Most of the time when I come to DR, I'm always in Santo Domingo. I venture, if you look at my channel, I venture out a lot of different cities, but I always end up in Santo Domingo. That's like to me, that's the middle, the central of the country. So if I want to go to Sosua, it's like, I think Santiago is 2 hours. Sosua probably like 3 hours. If I want to go to Punta Cana, that's 2 hours. La Romana, that's about an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dead center. So it's like, wherever I want to go, it's easy to travel. So that's where I'm at right now.
All right. So how often you travel to DR? That's kind of like you doing half and half in the States, half over there? What?
Yeah, I pretty much do that. I'm not gonna say half and half. I would say 60-40. 60 in the States, 40 here. And then I also be traveling other places too, man. So I try to sneak off and do like 4 or 5 days in different countries. Like 4 days in Cuba, or I'm either gonna go to Panama or Colombia in a couple weeks. So I try to sneak away a couple days and try to, get some videos for people out there. So
all right.
Man.
Yeah, somebody had referred me to your channel, and I guess the first video I saw was when you had the incident with the cop or whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what's funny, Rich. Because I've been coming here for a while, bro. So I could wear jewelry here. People realize like, oh, you had on jewelry and this and that. But man, bro, that video is me doing an impersonation of what happened. I didn't have jewelry on when I did the video. You know what I'm saying? So people thinking that, oh, you had on jewelry, that's why they ask you for money. Nah, bro, it's just I'm doing the video. I know I got backup so I can wear jewelry. But obviously if I'm somewhere by myself driving, I ain't gonna have no jewelry on. You know what I'm saying?
So is that something you can't really do in Santo Domingo? Like walk around with your jewelry on the streets? Or?
I mean, if you got backup, you can, bro. I actually got a video I did in Los Mina. It's a rough area called Los Mina. And I was recording, I'm YouTubing, recording, and some dude came out. I was actually recording the club, letting people know this is a hot club, and a dude came out recording me and taking my license plate. So I had to like, yeah, bro. I got the video. I'm gonna put it out. I didn't get to record the part where I was talking to him because you don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just had to talk to him and let him know. But it depends who you with. You can't walk outside with your phone just walking by yourself. I mean, I got two homeboys that got robbed in Santo Domingo.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Gunpoint. Yeah, gunpoint.
Well, see, man, you know, it's a good thing that you brought that up because, you know, some people claim that, you know, oh, you safe in DR. Oh, it's not like that. And other people, expats, I know, they be like, man, this is a rough fucking country. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Once you get outside the tourist areas, you know. So you don't, do you feel safe like walking at night anywhere out there? Or?
I feel safe. The only reason why I still feel safe because I never walk by myself. I mean, if you walking with a chick or you by yourself, you can get robbed. If you in an area where you're not supposed to be, you can get robbed. But me, I'm in and out of a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm if I know I'm going somewhere, okay, where we meeting at? Okay, let's go. Out of the car, we meet. I'm with a group of people. After that, in the car, we meet. You know what I'm saying? Back to the house. I think only one time I almost got robbed. I was walking Malecon with a chick, and the chick, she got a lot of experience. So she saw these dudes, and this is probably like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I got fresh shoes on, and she saw these dudes, and we walking down Malecon because I called the Uber, and the Uber took forever. And it was like literally the place was not far from where we was going, and she saw these dudes in the motorists. Most of the time, it's motorists who rob you. It's because it's easy for them to get away. You see what I'm saying? And she saw these dudes, and by her having that experience, she warned me. She was like, yo, these dudes, they coming back. And I saw them circle. So I had to think smart. And it was a dude that I seen walking, and he looked like somebody who know the street. So I called him, and I broke him off just for him to walk with me, walk with us. You know what I'm saying? Because if they see you with somebody, they ain't gonna try to rob you. It's when they see you by yourself.
Mm.
So I mean, I gave him probably like 300 pesos, like 300-400 pesos. I gave him under $10 just to walk with me, walk with us.
Yeah. Did the
Just
guys
cover the
come back?
safety. Nah, they ain't come back, bro. Once they seen him, they ain't come back because he's somebody that's known.
Right.
But that's the only incident that ever happened to me. Nothing else besides the cop incident, which is normal for cops that get money out of you. You know what I'm saying? People see the video and they look at it like, oh, but then if you look at my comments on my videos, man, I got probably like 20 people that said it happened to them. It was like, yo, the same thing happened to me. Sometimes you just got to break them off just to get them out your face,
Right.
But it all depends, man. I mean, if it's a cop who can't speak English, then you could just say I don't speak Spanish, and he's not gonna be able to try to ask you for money. You know what I'm saying? How he gonna translate it to you? Like, if he don't speak English, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna ask you for money? See, I fucked up because I was talking Spanish to him.
Right.
That's where I messed up at.
So yeah, I used that one time on the cop. Like, I don't understand you, bro. I don't know.
That's
But
it.
at the end of the day, man, they kept me there like, man, it was about a solid 20 minutes, man. So finally, man, I just gave him like 300 pesos. I'm like, bro.
And yeah, just to get him out your face.
Right, man.
You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it back home, man, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know 500 pesos is $10. 300 pesos got to be like $7. It's like you pay somebody $7 just to get out your face.
Right,
Ain't
man.
no big deal, bro.
And they kind of had me in the wrong too, because I didn't have I had rented a car, man, but the guy didn't put the paperwork. Basically, he didn't even put the paperwork in the car. I have some old shit. I thought it was my paperwork, and he did the paperwork, but he just didn't leave it in the fucking glove compartment. So the guy, he kept showing me the registry. So finally, I'm looking at the shit. I'm like, oh man, this ain't even me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah.
So yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta pay the cost, man. Because they think you rich anyhow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta always remember too, like it's backwards over here. So if something, let's just say they do write you a ticket for something, you go back home. Let's say that date that you got to go back, your plane ticket is $300-400 just to do a round trip. I mean, by you just spending whatever it is to pay them off, you know what I'm saying? You just got them out the way instead of buying another round trip ticket just to come to court for all that, For me, it might be different if I'm already here, but if somebody got to fly back and forth, it ain't worth it.
I know that's right. You got a question right here off the bat, man. They want to know, do you got a main out there? Do you got a main? What's your definition of a main? So I hear a lot of guys saying main, and you know, we got different interpretations of it. So
And the thing I think the thing about DR, bro, is a lot of people they come to DR and have a certain spot where they lay their head, and they have other spots where they venture. Like somebody might lay their head in I'm gonna say Santo Domingo, but might go out to Sosua, or might go out to Santiago, or lay their head in Santiago. I think the one that they lay their head with, that's probably what they would consider their main. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say.
so just kind of like a go-to girl, huh? That's
Yeah,
what you
go to
consider it?
girl. Yeah, got a crib and this and that, and you could just chill there, and you figure a way to get out and have some fun. But I'm gonna be real with you. Most of these chicks in DR, they down with like, long as you some girls in DR, man, long as you keep it 100 with them, they cool with it. You ain't gotta like really sneak off, bro. If you just keep it real, let them know what you're doing, or they cool with it. Some of them just tell you, hey man, just put on protection.
Oh, okay. So you got a
Yeah,
man or you got a girlfriend out there? What's the deal, baby?
yeah, I got a little something out here, man. I got a little something out here, but it's still early, bro. So I ain't gonna really speak much on it.
All right. Do you see yourself fall in love out there, or you ain't ready for all that right now? What?
I'm not gonna say I ain't ready for it, but um, it's just over here, man. You really got to sleep with one eye open, because like these girls, I think women in DR. I'm not gonna say just DR. You got other countries too, but over here, man, they play a different game, bro. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I put on my channel. I say, man, if you think you gonna come to DR once a year, twice a year, and have a chick like being loyal to you, and you think she loyal to you, you only coming once a year, twice a year, man, it ain't even worth it, man. Because you got 12 months in a year, right? And you coming twice a year for the first time 5 days and the second time 6 days. She only see you 11 days out of 365, and you think, you know what I'm saying? Like she really, you know what I'm saying? Now the brothers that live here, or the brothers that do half and half, they could possibly pull something that's serious. But I don't think somebody who just coming to two times a year. I just don't think it's possible, man. But it's very slim to none, I would say.
Right, right. That's why I be asking guys, like I be asking them like, yo, man, what's your end game? This girl's your girlfriend, your man, you live in the States, or she live in Thailand. Like, what's the end game, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she live in Thailand, how are you gonna have a relationship with her?
Yeah, that's even worse. Cause
Like,
now that's a long trip, bro. You can't even sneak up if you flying to Thailand. That ain't no sneak up. I'm not gonna sneak up going that far. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
right,
worth it.
right.
So, but
So
that's why I did my YouTube channel, man. That was the reason why, man. How I started to be 100 with you. I got a homeboy. Shout out to Reek. He's a big person that goes into YouTube and follows a lot of people, and he always send me different people's channels and say, "Yo, check this out, check that out." And a couple of my homeboys, they always ask me questions because I'm out here more than them. So they always ask me questions about chicks, about that, about what should I do, and this and this and that. And my homeboy Reek was the one that really told me. He was like, "Yo, man, you should go ahead and just start a channel, man, because you giving free advice anyway. So just what I'm saying, go ahead and start a channel." So I think I went ahead and did it 4 months, man. When I look back to my video 4 months, I'm like, man, I was horrible.
oh yeah, you get better as you go. But
Yeah,
that's one thing about it, man. Like I don't make a killing off YouTube, but believe it or not, man, I do trips like every 3 to 4 months. So YouTube
yeah,
really helps me pay for my trips.
yeah.
I don't pay
Not just
bills with it. I don't do nothing else with it, but I take it all and put it back either in equipment or my trips. You know what I'm saying? And that's
yeah, not
what keep me going.
not just that, Rich, but you probably was gonna be doing it anyway, even if you wasn't doing YouTube.
Right,
So
right, right,
why not document it? You see what I'm saying? And
right.
that's what made me went ahead and do it.
That's why I originally started. I was documenting my trips. I had all my trips loaded up on YouTube. I just never, in the beginning, I never put it out. But I see you visited Cuba recently, man. I put his link to his YouTube in the chat. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to his page, share his
Yeah,
page.
yeah, I
Um,
appreciate that, man. Appreciate the plug.
So give us the game on Cuba, man. That was your first time over or what?
It was my second time in Cuba. It was my second time in Cuba after that Trump thing, after he suspended flights. So I was there before that. Um, my thing on Cuba, like I got somebody right now that be hitting me up from Cuba, and when I first went there, I was a little disappointed, but towards the end, like when I'm down to like the last 2 days, I actually met some interesting people, man. Like I was actually shocked being from DR, where I know how to, when you approach somebody, I already know what it's about. And Cuba, bro, I met a couple people that was like didn't even want me to pay for them. Like didn't like when I say pay, I'm talking about pay their cab ride, or hey, let's get some more drinks. Like I'm like, damn, you don't want me to pay your cab ride? Like that kind of shocked me, man, about Cuba, because I know it's a poor country. So certain things you're gonna pay for, man. You're gonna pay for somebody to give a cab ride, or get some drinks or something like that. But I had some people that like actually didn't want me to pay, and I was actually shocked, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think the girls in Cuba are a little bit more laid back.
All right, I'm screaming. I'm sharing your page right here. What kind of event is this they got going on right here?
That was the 500th anniversary of Cuba. That right there was a salsa carnival. I think it was two of them. I don't know which one that is, but I think that's the salsa carnival. And then they had another one was a salsa festival, which is basically the same thing but in different areas. Yeah.
Did you feel safe out there?
Oh, it's way safer than Dominican Republic, bro. Like, I stayed in the area called Veredado area. Because when I travel, I like to do stuff that's not too. I don't like to do everything tourist. That's why if you look at my channel, you always see my channel is a little bit off from not from everyone else, but from a lot of people. Because I try to go spots where it's not only tourists, where it's locals. That's why when you see these club scenes, it's like mainly locals at these club scenes. But you could walk out there with your phone. You could walk out there at 3 a.m. I mean, at least the area where I was staying at, it's safe. But the laws are real strict in Cuba. So the crimes are very low because they scared to commit a crime, because if they get caught, bro, they finna spend some real time. So you know what I'm saying? But it's real safe, bro. I recommend if anybody's going to Cuba, they don't have to worry about getting robbed or none of that. I think it's one of the safest spots I've been to.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Shout out to Kenneth, man, with the donation, the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. You got any questions or anything? Just post it up, and I'll be sure to watch your next question or whatever. If y'all have any questions for Czech, y'all post it up, and I ask them the good ones. I feel like it's a good question. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So how did the money rate and all that affect you, man? Did you feel like you was losing a lot of money on the exchange and stuff?
Yeah, bro, it was bad. It's 18%. Like if you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you a quick example. You go there with $500, you're gonna get back like 440 back. And the dollar, the peso is kind of equivalent to dollar. So when you get 440 back, you losing money, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's ways of getting around it. The one way I heard is the euros. Exchange your money for euros here. I mean, not here, but in the United States, and take the euros to Cuba and exchange it. Now, the only bad thing is there's no ATMs. You can't use a credit card. You can't use ATMs. So if you run out of money, you just run out of money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta Western Union yourself money, because you can't go to ATMs. You got to make sure you come with a certain amount of money. Because I speak Spanish, so it was a little different for me. You know what I'm saying? I got a little advantage. If you go there, and what I did was I went to a bank to exchange my money. I asked the security. I said, "Hey man, how much is the exchange?" He was like, "You get 87." I think he said 87 CUCs for $1. And I looked at him like he was crazy. And I said it in Spanish. I was like, "What's that local?" I said, "You know what I'm saying? Like, you crazy." Hey, I was like, "Come on, man." And I'm speaking to him like I'm a local. I'm like, "Come on, man. I know I can get better than that." He was like, "Hey, espérate. Wait a second. Let me call somebody." He called this dude. And I know he worked at the bank, so I know he's legit. He called this dude, and the dude lived not far from the bank. I got a dollar for a dollar.
$1 for $1.
Yeah, I got for $1, I got 1 CUC. So if I gave him $200, I got back 200 CUCs. Yeah.
And this was a certain spot in Cuba?
This was in central La Habana. It was a bank that I went to right there by this ice cream place called Copa Bella, literally across the street from the ice cream place. And I just went to the security and asked him. It's a dude that stayed not far from it near a park, and he gave me $1 for $1. I mean, I know it was legit. I'm talking to the person who worked at the bank. Then I went and got inside the guy's house, met his family, so I know it was legit.
Right. Guys, if you sub to his page, post it up. So I see OW sub, Johnny Mitchell sub, and let
I
me see.
appreciate the sub, bro.
All right, Tim says, "What's going on, brothers? Here, I got a question. The brother want to get out of the matrix of Florida, USA, and he
Nah,
said he want to look into some real estate.
hey, ask him what part of Florida, because I'm from Florida, so you gotta let me. Why he can hear me? So what part of Florida, bro? You gotta let me know that.
Is
Because
he
I'm
saying he
everywhere.
want to get some real estate in Florida? Is that what he said?
Nah, I think he's trying to say get out of the matrix of Florida, but real estate in DR. I think I think he talking about real estate in DR.
So, well, maybe you could speak on that. Are you interested in? I mean, have you purchased property over there, or you that's something you
Yeah,
trying to do?
I'm actually I'm actually thinking about purchasing a apartment in this area called Gasquet. But the reason why I'm trying to do it is because I want to purchase it for myself, and when I'm not there, I want to rent it out or Airbnb it. So that's my goal. Rent it, stay there myself. When I'm not there, Airbnb it, and I already got people who can manage it. But as far as property, man, if he's just an investor that's trying to invest, a good spot would be east of Santo Domingo Este, because it's growing. If you check out one of my videos of Santo Domingo Este, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like I was, I think I haven't been there in like 2 years, and I went, and they had Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell's, Pizza Hut, a whole bunch of shopping plazas. They had like a whole bunch of commercial property that's from back home. So I know the area is booming. A second place would be Barahona. Barahona is they finna make it more of a tourist area because of all the beaches. So I would say Barahona would be. I mean, but if somebody's trying to invest in Barahona, that's gonna take a long time though. We talking about a 3 to 6 year investment. So you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people wanted to invest in Barahona, but when the investors tell the people who with the money don't invest there, you know what I'm saying? They send them somewhere else. They send them to Punta Cana. They send them to other places. But now, when I go to Barahona, I got videos of Barahona also. You guys can check them out. The roads, like they're expanding the roads. They're building the roads. They're building hotels. It's a famous house in Barahona that someone I know lives there. It's like an old president called Trujillo. If anybody know the history of DR, Trujillo was a very famous person, and his house is historical. Now they're gonna break his house down and build it into a hotel. So that lets you know that, you see what I'm saying? That lets you know that part of the country is really gonna be building on commercial property. So that's definitely a good spot to, I would say, to invest if somebody got the money. It's just it'll take a while though. We talking 3 to 6 years.
All right, Kevin said he subscribed.
Appreciate it, Kev. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, T. I try to on my channel, man. A lot of people ask me questions on there, and I really go out and do videos for my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of haters. You know, when you get most subscribers, you get a lot of haters. So yeah, bro.
But
Rich, let
I
me
just
ask you a
don't know how
question.
many people I had to block.
Let me ask you a question, Rich. Do some people subscribe on your channel just to hate?
Yeah, and
Bro.
then this is the weirdest thing. You got people that watch your channel all the time, but they never subscribe.
Yeah, that too. That too. And
But
I ask you questions.
right,
And I ask you questions. That's why I would answer the question and say, hey, bro, support the channel, kindly subscribe. But I think I got like 5 or 6 subscribers that literally just watch my channel just to leave a bad comment.
Oh yeah, people do that too, man. But
You know what I'm
see,
saying?
I wouldn't even worry about that, man. What I do now, man, if they leave me a fucked up comment, I just give them a, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Keep
Yeah,
supporting.
yeah, that's
But
it.
then you got some that just go overboard, and then you just have to block them, man. And just keep it going, because
Yeah,
you can't really feed into them their energy, man. Like, a hater got way more energy than we can ever have, man. So
yeah, you're
just
right.
keep
And
doing your
they got
thing,
nothing but
man.
time. They got nothing but time. Hey, I
Right,
appreciate that, C-Dub. You reached out to me, man. He had reached out to me and told me, man, when you gonna collab with Rich? I said, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. So I
right.
appreciate that,
Appreciate
C-Dub.
that, C-Dub.
Yeah.
C-Dub, show me love. It's all good.
But I'm gonna tell you a quick little story though, Rich. I was actually gonna make a video about it.
Well, give us half the story and tell them to watch your channel
I'm,
then.
I'm gonna do half of the story. I'm gonna put it like this. I had put a video out. I can't remember what day it was. Now, normally when you have a video and you get anything, I would say anything over 300 views in less than an hour, that's a good sign that video is
Oh,
going.
yeah.
You know, it had 350 views in less than in an hour. 350 views. It's a chick that I know. I interviewed her, and me, I'm trying to help my followers. So I'm like, yo, bro, if y'all got questions, y'all send her a message on Instagram, blah, 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 blah.
I saw that
Bruh,
video. Yeah.
bruh, do you know that girl was getting so many hate mail, man? Like not from people in the States, actually Dominicans. Dominicans, you gotta remember, they watching our videos too. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, she got a lot of hate mail from Dominicans, bro. Like, and all she doing is telling the truth. She getting hate. Because the reason why I do these videos is because if I tell a story, people gonna look at me like, what does this guy know? He don't know what he talking about, whatever, man. And and leave comment. I said, okay, so let me let y'all hear from them. Let me let you hear from a Cuban. Let me let you hear, I got a Cuban I interviewed, and she was telling her story. Let me let you hear from a Dominican. Tomorrow I might be going live with this dude named Gordo who lives in this area called Herrera. I'm gonna be doing a video with him. So let me let y'all hear from the people that actually live here. So if y'all don't believe me, you're gonna believe him. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, man. So I learned my lesson about that, bro. Unless it's a regular, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I'm blah blah blah. Okay, nice to meet you. What's your Instagram? But if it's something controversial, I'm not leaving any personal information.
Right. It's real. It's kind of like when you do the
Double-edged
female.
sword.
Yeah. When you do the females, man, then you got guys that hit them up. You asking them crazy stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Everybody not a puta, man. So
yeah.
I saw when you did the video with the female, you gave her Instagram. Now I did add on Instagram now.
No. I mean, no. I told her, bro. I said, look, you're beautiful, because she's
Right.
one of those chicks, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. She thinks she's not that attractive, and she's tall, bro. She's like 5'7". She beautiful skin. She's very attractive, but she has that mentality that she ain't all that. And I said, look, I'm gonna show you that you're all that. Watch when I put this Instagram. I mean, people gonna hit you up. And she
Right.
said her Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
bro, that's the thing about DR, man. You meet a lot of these chicks that don't know. It's like they don't know they fine.
Right. They don't know in the States, motherfuckers,
What?
goddamn kill nigga. You
Niggas,
know?
they'll be like, her.
Yeah, like, nigga, you
They'll be
talk
like,
to my
wolves.
girl, nigga. What?
What?
AK.
They'll be like wolves back here, bro.
Right. So what's the
Yeah.
difference, man, of you living abroad in the States, man? What's some of the pros and cons, bro?
I would say the pros is living in freedom, not having to worry about much. A lot of people say they come to these countries, they live like a king, which is true. Cost of living is cheap. Even the parts that they consider expensive is not really that expensive. But don't get it twisted. It's a lot of money in Dominican Republic. Like, that's why I was telling people on my videos, when y'all see people with nice cars, like a lot of times it's like, oh, that car back home costs 40 grand, but they paid 60 grand for that car. They paid 65,000 for that $40,000 car. because they spend more money on cars that get imported. So it's a lot of money out here, and it's places in Santo Domingo like Naco, Pantini, Gas Square, La Chulchi, all these places. It's you gonna pay the same price of rent, almost the same price of rent that you pay back home. So it's a lot of money back in Dominican Republic. It's not it's poor. It's like the poor people can't make it because it's hard for them to make money, but the rich people make more money because they got businesses, and the poor people don't. They don't have. It's like they pay them less. Over here it's like I think number 5, number 4 for call centers. They got Samsung over here. They got Samsung over here. They don't even have Samsung like stores here, but they got Samsung. And what they do is these call centers that's back in the States that's paying, that got to pay their employees $13, $14, $15, $16 an hour, come to Dominican Republic and pay them $3 an hour, $4 an hour. You see what I'm saying? And they just make a big profit margin. So if running a business is definitely a come up in these countries. Definitely. Right. Cuba also. I had the girl who I interviewed in Cuba. She said it also. She was like, she told me, she said she made $5 a week. I was like, I thought she meant, no, $4 a day. My bad. $4 a day. And I thought she meant an hour. And I was like, oh, you make $4 an hour. I'm saying it in Spanish. I said, oh, $4 an hour. That's $28 a week. I mean, she was like, a day. I was like, nah. She said, no, $3 a day. I'm like, $3 a day? She was like, yeah, $3 a day. And I said, if you work 6-7 days, that's $21. I said, me and my homeboy, we went out to eat and we spent $30 on a plate. I said, we just spent your whole week check on one plate of food.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, I took a girl out when I was in Cartagena, man, and we went to this restaurant. She was, something off Tinder, man. She was all in the restaurant taking pictures. She ain't never been nowhere. Panties came right off, man. We came back to the crib. Yeah. So yeah, man, it be, a lot of these people, man, they ain't never been nowhere, man. So
they ain't never been out of the norm. That's why in DR, if you meet a chick, first of all, you shouldn't, unless you want to, you can ask her where you want to go, but normally you want to make the plans. But if you ask them where they want to go, they're gonna take you somewhere they know they can't go to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're gonna say, let's go to Adrian Tropical. Let's go to, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to go to somewhere that they can't go to themselves and try to, have a good time. You'll see them like this, taking selfies all damn day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell these guys on these channels, I say, bro, if you pipelining, if you meet somebody online, if you see them with photos of clubs and hotels and all that, man, that somebody paid for that hotel, somebody paid for that food, bro. So
I try to stay away from them ones.
Yeah, that's the ones I stay away from too.
Cause they about that bread. If they in certain clubs taking them pictures, stuff like that, they about that bread, man. You find the ones with them pictures with the houses with the dirt floors, but they a dime piece. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones I be trying to go after, like, let me help you get your Instagram photos up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, let me help you on that. But yeah, it's so many different games though, man. It's crazy the games that they play, bro. And that's why I try to let people know, man. I know I get chastised for it, but I feel like I'm doing a good thing, man. You know what I mean?
Right, most definitely. So what's the name of the video you had where the cop pulls you over so they can check that out later?
I think it's called I got extorted by Dominican police. I got extorted by Dominican police. But I was, I'm gonna be real. I was in the wrong. The point of the video is not the point that I was in the wrong. The point of the video is it can happen to anybody. Now, how I was in the wrong was the fact that I had residue. You know what I'm saying? I had residue of what, and that's what. By me not knowing the law, once I heard that, once I seen residue, and he was like, and he smelled it. He's like, hey, this is, he's saying it in Spanish.
What the?
I'm like, oh damn. So I'm like, whatever, what you need, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you need? But one of the chicks I mess with, she's a lawyer. So I'm connected now. I got a business card. Anything happens, I can call the chief of police. You know, so I'm good now. That ain't never gonna happen again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
But then at the end of the day, man, when I go to Sosua, man, I drive a lot down there, so
yeah,
I always keep me 300 pesos in my pocket, man.
yeah, you got to.
500. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, but the key to it is if you driving from Sosua to Santiago or something like that, don't have a wad of cash in your pocket. Just have that 300 pesos in one and maybe 500 pesos in the other, and you have it ready. You know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
driving because they pull Dominicans over. It ain't like they just looking
Yeah,
for tourists. They gonna get money out of anybody they can, bro. So,
yeah. Hold on, Rich. Let me put this phone on the charger. You can talk. I can still hear you though.
all right now. Hey, shout out to Jay Rich, man. Appreciate that, brother. I'm just trying to do my thing, man. Jamil, what's happening with you? Yeah, man. Y'all wipe your feet. There's 55 players in here. Y'all got any questions? Check. Go ahead and post them up, man. He kind of like on limited time. I think he got some timing issues going on. He got some some scheduling problems. So y'all, I know he gonna have to leave in about 20 or 30 minutes. So make sure y'all get y'all questions in now. Um, all right, there was a few questions in the chat. I'm gonna read back to you.
All
Now,
right. Put this thing on the charger. We good now.
Stallion he's asking. I mean, you run up on a lot of free stuff out there, or what?
Free stuff.
Well,
Oh,
free.
oh. I thought he okay. Hold on, let me make sure this thing okay, it's charging. Yeah, I mean, bro, most of the ones I run up on is free. If you see anybody like if you see me doing anything, most of everybody I run up on is free, bro. I don't like I mean, it depends how you move, you know what I'm saying? If you just there for like going to Sosua, I'm gonna be real with you. It's hard for me to run up on free things Sosua though, bro. I don't know how y'all do it. I could I'm gonna be real with you. It's hard, bro, for me to run up on free things Sosua. But yeah, man, it depends. I got a video that women with careers. It's called Dominican Women with Careers. She's actually explaining to you the good women that are in Dominican Republic. I did a footage where I'm walking around a college in Santo Domingo, a university, not college, university, and I'm recording like the girls that go to school, that are studying, you know what I'm saying, that are trying to do good things, and you got a lot of women out here that just want to meet you, man. That just want to get to know you. You got some that don't even want to meet an American man. You just got to know how to talk to them. They don't want to meet an American man because they know the stigma.
Oh yeah, we stereotype heavily. But
Yeah.
this brother asked you this question 3 times, so I wasn't gonna ask you, but man, he want to know.
Oh Lord, bro. Hold on, let me see what else he put. We asked new guests on the Richie Rich show. Did I?
That's the question he always asks people that come on. Have
Well,
you ate box?
I'm gonna be real with you, Jax. I'm gonna be real with him because he's one of my followers too, and I ain't finna front on somebody that follows me. I'm gonna be real with you. Have you ever ate the box of your old lady? All I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking him that. Have you ever
Yeah. I mean, I
have you
already
ever
know the
had
answer,
on his
but
old lady? So if I'm telling you I got a chick here, if I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, I've been in relationships here, I mean what it is what it is.
he trying to be funny. What
Yeah.
clubs in Havana do you suggest for pros?
Um, the best club, I ain't gonna say the best, but one of the best club is Don Congrejo. Don Congrejo. Congrejo means crab in Spanish. In English, it means crab. So just remember crab, and if you forget the name Congrejo, just remember crab and use translator. Don Congrejo is one of the hottest clubs. A nice club is near the Malecon. It's called El Piano Bar. That's more of a nice club where there's a lot of tourists. Don Congrejo don't have tourists, but it's a middle and higher class. Then the club I was at on my video, Salon Rojo, that's popping. Salon, it's 2 salons. It's Salon Rojo and Salon Rosada. So just to let y'all know, Salon Rojo is Salon Red and Salon Pink. Those are like You know what I'm saying? Write it down if anybody going to Cuba. Those would probably be like some really nice spots to go to. And Salon Rojo, right outside the club, they right there standing. So they waiting for you to get drunk in the club. And then when you get out the club, bro, it's a like a little bar, cafeteria bar. They right out there standing. Like, so as soon as you get out the club, they waiting for you to holler at them. So yeah. But I would recommend those clubs right there, man. I had a good time there. A real good time.
So how did you
just to let y'all know, $5 to get in, and some of them are free. Most of them are free, but the most you'll pay is $5.
So how do Cuba stack up with let's just say the DR? How do they stack up, like as far as females, the experience, the clubs, Bible study, the whole nine?
Damn. Man, with me, when it comes to the looks, I think I'm gonna stick with Dominican. I get a lot of people that hit me up and say Cuba. See, I can't. It's a tough question. I'm gonna tell you why, because I've been to 2 parts of Cuba, La Habana, and this other spot. I forgot the name of it, but it's like a Punta Cana. It's kind of like it's a little island on the top part. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Havana, and it's like Punta Cana. I haven't been to Santiago, Cuba. I haven't been to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I haven't been to other parts of Cuba. Dominican Republic, I've been everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Damn, they're everywhere in Dominican Republic. We can go. It'll be a long list of places I'm gonna name if I want to name Dominican Republic. So it would be. I think I would choose more Dominican Republic. It wouldn't be fair just because I've been so many places here. And there's places in Dominican Republic, like a place called Nagua. There's a saying, you can come if you want. It says you can come if you can. No, come if you want and leave if you can. They saying that the girls are so fine, once you get there, you can't leave. And that's a place called Nagua, Dominican Republic. The girls got pretty eyes and all that in Nagua. So it's not fair because I've been so many places. So I would say DR. I think DR got the better bodies. You know what I'm saying? I think so. But as far as a chick that ain't about money, I think Cuba.
Yeah, more humble, Cuba. Way more humble, huh?
Yeah.
I think they kind of like, would you agree? They less, maybe it's a lot less developed now. And now that they're opening it up, maybe over the years, they'll probably kind of catch up with the DR. Would you agree on that?
I agree. It is opening up a little bit. It's changing a little bit. I mean, it's, people are definitely more humble and the streets are cleaner, bigger. The roads, it's not a lot of traffic. It's just Cuba. You got to know the places to go. That's the only thing. If you don't know, you're just like Dominican Republic, you'll get played. Like I told you, I said on my video, Cuba, they got 2 menus. Dominican Republic, they slick. They have a menu with no prices. So if you're a gringo, you don't know. You see what I'm saying? But Cuba, they got 2 menus. It ain't a menu with no price. It's 2. So if you go up in there and they give you the menu, another person who's Cuban have the same menu as you, but a different price. They got a gringo menu and a regular menu. So
somebody did say that earlier. Somebody said that earlier too. Is Club 21 still closed or they relocate? I don't know if he's talking about DR or Cuba.
I don't know if he's talking about DR. I never heard of a Club 21 in DR.
Maybe he's talking about Florida. Because he be down in Florida. I don't know.
I'll be here. Bro, Rich, I'm gonna be real with you. Guys, man. When you come to DR, you start partying in DR and having fun and going to bars. When you come home, it's more like you just want to chill. You don't really want to do that much. That's how I am when I be home, man. I just be wanting to chill.
Save them chips up, man.
Yeah, I live in Miami, and Miami, downtown and South Beach is expensive, bro. So, and then like some of the stuff that I see back home, it's kind of like, man, I could do twice as much over here.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, like when you go party in DR and you go in the clubs, you do the VIP and you get a bottle, and you fuck around, come to Atlanta and buy a bottle in the section. Nigga, you looking at a $1,000 bill.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know it's high as shit in some of those clubs in Santo Domingo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but it you know, depending on the bottle, but a bottle run you about $60, bro. 60
Right,
$70. And if you
right,
go to like, but before that dude Caesar got captured, he got a couple clubs. Now, if you go to
right.
one of his clubs like VIP room, you gonna
Yeah,
spend a guap on some bottles.
yeah, that's where I
Check.
was at. I went to VIP, man. That shit.
Yeah.
Shit. They was trying to hit you
Check.
over the head like for a G for a second.
Give us the craziest story that ever happened to you overseas. What's the craziest story that happened to me on? I got so many stories. I say this. I think I was talking to this one chick. We was talking on the phone for a couple of days, and you know, chit chatting, and you know, I seen her once, and then I went to go see her again, and we chilled, and she hate prostitutes, like she hate them
uh,
with passion. Like, but check this out, Rich. Let me finish the story, Rich. So she hate prostitute when we walking. She see prostitutes, she hate them, talk bad about them, and I'm like, damn, you really hate them, huh? You know, like um, but I think the craziest story is when me and her was about to do something. You know, I'm no, I had no clothes on. She had no clothes on, and right when we ready to do something, she told me she needed to take her braces out. She ain't had the money to do it. So I'm looking like, I think that's a crazy story because basically you're what you hate. You see what I'm saying? But you're just trying to do it in a smart way. That's
right.
all it is.
She
You're
running
trying to
that
do it in a
game,
smart way.
man.
That's all it is. Why would you ask me that when you, like, literally when we about to do something, you're gonna ask me that, and you know I ain't got no clothes on.
Right, man. I had that happen to me too, man. Especially in the States, man. God damn. I can't get, I mean, I had that shit happen to me a lot in the States. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or a bitch will ask you in the middle of some shit, like, you love me? Hell no, bitch, I want to get my nut.
Right, right.
Yo.
Yeah.
So any suggestions on learning Spanish, man? How you learn that Spanish, bro?
Uh, I think the best way to learn Spanish, man, is probably in the streets, bro. I mean, depending on the person. I'm not good with uh like reading books and trying to study them. I'm more hands on. That's just how I always been. I'm like the type of person where you can explain it to me, but when me and you are doing it, that's when I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me how to fix a car without actually mean you opening that engine and working on it. So I think for me, I tried to go to school and try to learn it, but I learned in the streets, and the best way I learned was old people, because old people, they don't care if you speak it good, they don't care if you understand or not, they're gonna continue talking. So my best way was just, you know what I'm saying, was just
Yeah.
being in the street talking to old people, bro. And my Spanish is good, but sometimes I slack. You know, sometimes it slack off when I'm not talking that much. But when I get to drinking, I'm speaking like I'm from Dominican Republic, bro. Yeah. When I
Yeah,
get to
man.
drinking, I start speaking with the accent and all.
Yeah, it's like when you go to DR and you there after about 2 or 3 days, man, the little Spanish I know, it kicks in a lot better, man. But when I don't have to use it, it's like shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But that's
I'm a, I'm a,
I think
yeah.
Spanish is something, man, you have to stay focused on it, man. You gotta go hard for 6 months, if you really
Yeah.
want to learn that shit.
Yeah, it's another language. And some of the things that you hear in Spanish is totally opposite in English, man. So it's tough. You see what I'm saying? It's some things right now, like me personally, somebody could be talking to Spanish with me, bro, and they could say a word. I might not understand that word, but I know the context that they're using it in, so that makes me know the word. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You could say something and I know the whole story, but that one word, okay, this word must mean that. So that's how Spanish works in a way. But something I'm gonna let you guys know is a lot of people talk about a lot of women from overseas, from these different Latin countries, come to the United States and they switch up. Um, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, I think speaking Spanish opens my eyes a little bit more, and it's different for me than other people because, like, I don't have to be in DR to talk to Latin women. I can go to a Latin club, a Latino club, and I know how to dance also. That's another thing y'all don't know. I know how to dance too. So I embrace the culture, bro, to where I could dance and talk. If I go in a Latin club and I dance with someone, automatically they're gonna think I'm either Dominican or Panamanian or something. And then when I say no, I'm American, they be like, no, you're lying, and they'll say it in Spanish. But because of that, I can actually pick someone up. I can look, if I see someone sitting down, I can say, hey, you want to dance? And I start talking to them. And, I think it's a little different when you actually speak their language. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if they're in DR or back home. Because I go to New York all the time. And I go to the Bronx. I got a video of Spanish Harlem. And, bro, like, I could pick a Latina up in a club in the United States. It's just different. You get more love when you're American and you can speak their language. You get more love. They feel like you have part of their culture or something. So it's just, for me, it's a lot different, because a lot of people say, oh, over there they treat you like this and like that, but when you back home, it's different. Yeah, it's true. But if you know something about their culture, they'll, you can still pull them.
All right. I mean, it seems like they respect you a little more when they know you know Spanish, because they feel like you investing into their culture. But somebody asking, did you get health insurance over there?
No, I don't get help. I don't have health insurance in DR, but I do a lot of work here in DR because it's cheaper. Like, especially the dentist. Like, I don't even need, like, whatever I would spend a month going, like, for my dentist insurance and back home, I don't even have to spend that. And I would go to the dentist and I would still save money, because it's like you can get an implant, you can get teeth cleaning, you can get all that, and it's dirt cheap. So it makes no sense for me to even pay for dental insurance. I got health insurance back home, but it makes no sense for me to pay for dental insurance when I can do everything here, and it's cheap. The amount of money that I would spend on my monthly payments would be less not spending monthly payments and just getting the work done.
All right, can you answer this question? I know it's for me, but how do you feel about that?
Roll the tape. How did you like Santo Domingo? Did you have any problems communicating?
The second problem.
I can't read the second.
Well, it says, do you have any problems communicating? Like, I don't know Spanish, so he's asking, like, if a person don't know Spanish, will they have problems in Santo Domingo or what? Or they can still get around?
Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, you're gonna have problems, but I think Santo Domingo, besides Punta Cana, I think Punta Cana is number one. Number two, Santo Domingo has the most English-speaking Dominicans than everywhere else besides Punta Cana. The only reason why Punta Cana, because they hire all the employees, they tell them that they have to speak English. But over here, you got to be careful when you're talking, because me and my homeboy, he's Dominican, he's from New York, he's from Spanish Harlem. We had a restaurant talking, and a lady knew we was talking about here, and she was like, you need to be careful when you guys talk. Just because I'm Dominican don't mean I don't speak English.
So, and would you say most of the Dominicans that live in New York, most of them are from Santo Domingo, you think? And they come back, a lot of them come back.
Yeah, a lot of them are from Santo Domingo and Santiago. A lot of them, they move to the United States, work, get money, come back to DR, buy two to three homes, rent them out, buy more, and just live off the interest. That's what a lot of them do.
Right. And to answer this question, I had spent a lot of time in Santo Domingo, but I was going for a certain thing. So, hey, like I say, when people want to separate you from your money, the language barrier is not going to slow you down too much. It may cost you a little more, but hey, they want to separate you from that money. They know the words, you know what I'm saying? So I
got a bank account here. So, and man, most of the time when I go to the bank, there's always someone that speaks English. Always. Unless I'm going to like a hood. Like if I'm going a little bit further out and I go to a bank outside of Santo Domingo, then you might not see anybody who speaks English. But there's always that one person who speaks English. I personally don't like Boca Chica, bro. Young J 2.6. No offense, bro. Sosua, we straight, but I don't like Boca Chica, bro.
Why
That
y'all
Boca
like
Chica
it?
got this. Man, they just too many snakes out there, man. Everything is just too many snakes, man. Boca Chica used to be popping back in the days, but
What's the snakes,
too many
man?
snakes.
Whoa, break it down, bro.
Like let's say you going to the beach and you looking for parking. That the people that's helping you park, they'll tell you somewhere you can park, and they'll tell you park right here, but really that parking is free. You don't know it's free, but it's free. And then they want money for you to park them, and then after that they take you to a restaurant. Now that restaurant they take you to, that same parking attendant is making money from the restaurant for bringing you to that restaurant. So once you get in that restaurant, to get fish, they know you ain't from there. That fish that you could have, like, let's say you get 2 fish with plantains, and let's say 2 beers, that'll run you about 2,000 pesos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll run of 2 fish. I'm talking about you and someone else, not you by
Oh, okay,
yourself.
all right.
You and a date, you and another chick
Still a
or
lot.
homeboy.
$40, man.
Yeah, well, you know what? I take it back. I didn't have beer. I had actually drinks. I
Oh,
had
okay.
mojitos. I had 2 mojitos. I had fish. I had tostones, and I had oysters, and it came up to 2,000 pesos. But that's not my point. The point of the story is, you will go somewhere. That dude, that parking attendant who tells you to park here, and tells you to go in this restaurant, he puts you to park at the restaurant. That restaurant, when you're done eating your food, your bill is gonna be like 4,000 pesos, $80. And really, that bill is really either 18 or, well, I'm gonna say dollars, make it easy to understand. The real bill would probably be like 35, but he'll tell you 70, 80. That parking attendant done made 300, 400, maybe 500 pesos. And then even if you complain, where the manager, next thing you know, the manager is some random dude that they pick out. You see what I'm saying? So
right. That's where that English kicks in. I mean, that Spanish,
that's where
man.
that Spanish kicks in, bro. And the best way to get away from it is this. No matter what you order, because see, we going in that mindset where everything is cheap. So we don't ask for prices. It's like, man, this shit ain't, you know it ain't gonna cost that much. But the thing is, ask for the price. If you ask for the price and you heard this me and Rich video we're doing right now, Rich and Czech said, oh man, it shouldn't be that much. Now you know. You see what I'm saying? Some people don't care about that money. Some people don't care about spending $80. It ain't the point about people not caring. The people who can want to spend 80 over 30, they can do that. But it's gonna hurt the people that can't do it. And it's the principle. It's the point of them not trying to get everybody. You see what I'm saying? That's the point of it. It ain't the money. It's the point. I could spend $70 or $80 on a meal. Obviously, I would spend that back in Miami, but it's the point of them trying to get over. If you're gonna try to get over on 500 pesos, okay, man, we can do that. But 3,000 pesos? Come on, man. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Shout out to JJ, man. He said, what are the prices for buying a house or a 2-bedroom apartment in Sosua or Puerto Plata? Appreciate that super chat, my brother.
You want to answer or do you want me to answer?
No, go ahead, man. Have at it, brother.
If you're trying to live in Sosua or Puerto Plata, I would say those places, that would be one of the cheaper places to live, opposed to Punta Cana and Santo Domingo. I think, if I'm not mistaken, man, I looked at property in Sosua. I'm not gonna live in Sosua, but I did look at property, and I think Sosua, like, you can get property to like 50 grand, 40, like nice property near the water for like 40,000, 50,000. I mean, that's kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying? And when I say it's cheap, I mean it's good property. It's nice 2-bedroom apartments and nice 2-bedroom houses, 3-bedroom houses for like 60, 50. Because I was looking at property and I saw a lot of property in Sosua, and I was like, damn, they want 40,000 for this? This is a house. So if you're trying to buy property in Sosua, man, you shouldn't have no problems, because the prices are definitely good.
Yeah, one thing I would suggest though is, if you think you're gonna move down there, I would suggest renting somewhere for 6 months to a year, and then that way you can feel where you really want to move. Unless you're renting something like what you did, I mean, if you're trying to buy something where you can rent out, and then it's gonna make you money. But if you buy something you're gonna live in, I think you should rent first. Check out the different areas and see if you really want to make that commitment to that area. Because if you go and buy something now, you kind of stuck with it, you know. And renting in DR is cheap too, man. A lot of guys rent places for $300 a month, and some people pay that in cable bill. So I mean,
Yep.
if you're a guy, you know you go to DR a lot, and you know another guy that go a lot, y'all rent an apartment together, split it, 150. Or when you down there, you know, he's back in the States, you got clothes, you got everything down there. When you go, all you gotta do is pack a backpack, you know you got clothes and everything. Then the next guy goes down, and I mean, you could split it with somebody, man. That'll run you like, because I
That's
know a
it.
guy that does that. He got three
That's a good way
guys,
to do it.
and
Yeah.
they split an apartment in Santiago. They pay like
150.
$350. They pay
Yeah.
$350, and that's including utilities and everything. And they split it. So it's like
120,
what?
like yeah.
Right,
175 a piece, something like that.
140 or
Yeah.
something like that a piece
Yeah.
with, you know, all the little extra bull crap, internet and all that. But I mean, that's what they do, and they go down like every other month, and they go different time. I would say rent first, man. But if you
Yeah,
got the
that's a good
money to
idea.
buy, you committed. Hey, do it.
JJ, if you gonna either rent, this applies to both rent or purchase. I would say the best thing to do is if you know someone who is Dominican, a chick or a guy, have them call that person and ask for the price. Because even on the rent, they'll tell you like the rent, they will tell you that the rent is 400-500 when really for a Dominican is like 275. So even if you can get it for like 3 opposed to 450, you know, it's still a good deal. So it's always double check. Because even purchasing my homeboy, he's married to a Dominican. He live in La Romana. He bought a 2-bedroom apartment in La Romana. I think he paid 45,000 for it, but the lawyer was trying to sell it for 60, like 62,000, and he had his girl call like she was the one buying it, and she got it for 40. That's a $20,000 difference. That's a big cut. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Gringo price, man. Taylor talked
Yeah.
about it. Tell y'all about the gringo price, man, you know?
Yeah. Hey,
Try
but Rich, man, it was fun, bro. But you know, I got this set up at I told her 5:30, so I'm gonna go
Tell
ahead
her you on
and head
Dominican
out.
time, man.
Yeah, I told her no, actually, I told her 5:15. It's 5:25 right now, and
Oh,
it's at
so
least a
you on Dominican time. You good. She
yeah.
gonna be there. Y'all gonna meet up at the same time then. But I appreciate you coming on, man. Fellas,
All
if
right,
y'all have any questions with him, man, I'm leaving his channel link right here in the chat. Just click on subscribe to this brother channel. Y'all want to know more questions, Cuba and all that, check his videos out, and he can answer all y'all questions in there. So I appreciate you coming on, my brother.
yeah, I
Hopefully,
appreciate you for having me, man.
don't forget me when you hit 20,000 subscribers, man. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
bro, I'm telling you, we need to go ahead. We'll do it again. We'll do another live. Ain't no thing, bro.
All right.
No
Well,
thing.
maybe you can
All
jump
right,
on the
bro.
panel when we do a panel one day. You know, like I
For
say,
sure,
most
for sure.
most of my shows are spontaneously, man. You know.
Yeah, you know what it is. Like when I watch your videos, I always watch your videos, but what I do is I watch them like little by little. Like I'll watch 30 minutes, then I might put it. You can put it on YouTube where you can save it, and then like whenever I got time, I watch the rest. So I always watch the video. Sometimes I don't catch you right on, but I always watch.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the information, the insights, and everything. You have a great day, my brother.
All right, bro. Appreciate
Any
it.
any last words you want to get him?
Hey man, y'all boys just be alert when you're in DR, man. I don't like people getting hustled and played. It ain't about the money, it's just about, you know what I'm saying, respect. It's the principle. That's how I feel.
Right, right. All right, man. You have a good day, bro.
All right, bro.
Adrian, to answer your question, he's mostly in Santo Domingo. I know you coming in a little late, but he said Santo Domingo. But all right, guys, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. I'm supposed to be doing a show later on tonight with with OW. So y'all check that out, man. It's probably gonna be around 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully we'll get that show in, man. Cause I do got some plans for a little later, so I may have to cancel that. But it just depends. But y'all get the notification, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to Johnny Mitchell, Jackson Jeter in the building. Holla.